SPUFalcons.com. I'm here with men's basketball coach Grant Leep. Coach, you're about to start a new season here, more traditional one this year, hopefully, planning for a full season and GNAC standings. Your thoughts as you enter the year?
We're just really excited. This is a group, we have so many returning players. I think there's 14 of them back on our roster. They're just hungry to get out and compete and play and play in front of people again and just be a part of kind of what it means to be a basketball player at SPU and have that experience.
Well, the coaches' preseason poll came out for the GNAC, and you were a unanimous pick, the Falcons were, to win the conference title. Your thoughts on that?
I think anytime you get recognized by your conference in that way, it's something that's pretty special. But that doesn't mean that we've done anything yet, and so we need to go prove that we're worthy of that. And they don't give the automatic bid to the regional based on the preseason conference selection. So our job is to now go out and show that we're worthy of that. And with what the roster that we've been able to build, the staff that we have in place, and the competitiveness that's going on in our gym, I'm really looking forward to having the opportunity to prove that.
What will be the key? What does your team need to do to live up to that first place projection?
I don't want to sound cliche, so I'm going to try to speak at not be cliche, but just getting in the gym, competing hard every day. The togetherness on this team is really special, and I think that's something that can really take us places. So just hopefully we stay healthy. Hopefully we can do all the things that we need to do as student athletes. But this has potential to be a pretty fun team to coach and fun team to be a part of and to watch.
You mentioned the wealth of returning talent. Let's talk about a couple of them. First, Devante Moffat, your point guard.
It's been so much fun to be a part of his growth and process as a point guard and a player at SPU, and he just seems to add something new to his game every year and continue to get better and better. He's so comfortable in our system with these guys. He just is. He's a smart player. He knows where to put the ball and on the time, and then he can always hurt you scoring the ball as well. He's just a truly dynamic player.
You have an outstanding shooting guard in Harry Cavill, who continues to climb the all-time charts in scoring and rebounding here, and is really one of the all-time greats at Seattle Pacific. Just talk about Harry.
He really is. I mean, he's the gold standard of what it means to be a student athlete. And Harry's versatility, last year we played him out of position the entire year, and I think he might have had some of the best numbers that he's had in his time at SPU, and I think that just shows how versatile of a player he is, how well he understands what we're doing. And I haven't coached a game yet without Harry, Cavill, or Sharif Khan on the roster. So going into year 6, that's something that's really unique and special. So the relationship that's there, the trust that exists between not only Harry and I, but his teammates, is something that's really, really special.
You have certainly not a newcomer, but a player who didn't participate last year. But 2 years ago, he was a freshman of the year in the GNAC, and Shaw Anderson. Talk about what his return is going to mean to this team.
Yeah, it means a lot. Shaw is such a smart, tough, skilled basketball player, and the position that he plays, he presents so many problems for his opponents. And his teammates understand what he's capable of, and he's just so skilled and so talented and such a smart thinker of the game. It's been again, it's fun to be a part of his growth and maturity as a basketball player.
Well, your group, thank goodness they are talented, because they face a really difficult schedule this year. Beginning with a home game, an exhibition game against a Lincoln University team that will be coached by a familiar face to Seattle fans there. Gary Payton is the head coach of the Oaklanders. How unique will that be?
That's going to be something that's pretty cool. And growing up, being a Sonics fan and watching him play, the fact that he gets to come back to Seattle in a basketball environment, and I get to be on the opposite sideline. I think that's something that's just, as the basketball nerd in me is really excited about that. So I think that's something that's really cool.
And then you start on the road for a while, and with some difficult games there as well, including the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame event in Missouri. Talk about that.
Yeah, we are so honored to be a part of that. We're the first team from the West Coast to be invited to this event, and it's such a prestigious event. So to be a part of that, to be included in that, in that caliber of team, we're really excited about it, and we need to be ready to go. And one of the things that we've really challenged our group with, you look at the last 2 years, we haven't started very well. We went 0-4 in 19-20, and then we started 0-2 last year before we kind of kicked it into gear. And so this is something for us that we need to come ready to go against that top level competition.
Great. And then once you start conference play, as we said, you're projected first. What do you see happening in the conference this year? How tough is that going to be?
Our conference is always tough, and I don't care if somebody was picked first or 10th on any given night. Our conference has shown that any team can beat anyone else on a given night. So our guys need to be ready to go every game we play. We have like as you said, we have a very tough schedule. It's kind of a who's who of the West region on our schedule, even in our non-conference, and then always, all the conference rivalries and matchups, and the GNAC is always a tough matchup for us.
Great. Coach Leep, thanks so much for your time, and good luck this season.
Hey, thank you very much. Go Falcons.